Welcome back to Brothers Talking Sports. I'm your host, Oscar, here with my co-host, Shea, Ezra, and no Max today. Looks like we have a Week 9 preview and predictions with a bunch of different segments today. Guys, how are we doing? Oh, so you guys just don't want to say anything?
I was playing a standoff. I was going to wait to see if Ezra answered.
He was trying to play back off. He's not winning.
You guys are the worst.
What if we just sat here the rest of the time? Nobody said anything about how we're doing. We just
40-minute podcast.
We wait
no words.
until one of us says something. Who has more things to do on their day?
I don't know which one that is.
I think I got that one. Ezra's gonna have to go do something.
Yeah, Ezra's probably gonna have to do something.
All right, fine, I'll go. I'm doing pretty good. It's Friday. We made it. Decent football game last night. CJ Stroud looked like ass. Shea, how are you?
Any chance we could turn Ezra up a little bit? He's a little.
Yeah. I could turn Ezra up. We turned him up. Turn it up. Or do you want me to just turn up your headphones? Hold on. Let's turn up.
I can turn on my mic too.
No. You're fine, Ezra. I'm just gonna turn it up. You're good.
Get going, but I'm doing well.
I think this way's louder.
I guess as best as I can.
Is that louder?
Yeah, I can hear better.
Okay, beautiful. All right, so. We have a couple segments today. Let's get into. We have 3 different segments, but they're all scattered throughout the thing. So
okay, interesting.
It's very interesting. Let's get to the first one. The first one, unfortunately, I have to zoom out for this one. So if I could ever zoom out, okay, we're getting there. Okay, I have to zoom out, unfortunately, for this one because of just how it is. But this is our blank MVP voting. Okay, we have 4 different guys on here. Okay, hold on, Ezra. I will actually share this to you. Hold on.
Oh. I get to see.
Yeah, hold on. Give me a second.
It's going to be so nice for the one podcast to be able to make it in person.
These people might see my text messages, but it's
leaking phone. Don't leak phone numbers.
Oh, leaking phone numbers. Oh no. The government. No. All right, Ezra. So I sent it to you. Oh my God, I'm leaking phone numbers. Oh no. I have no friends, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so
log into Canva.
Yeah, Ezra, just log in. It's not a big deal.
All right. Well, I know who all them are except the final one. I'm blanking on is the thing.
Okay, well that's okay. So if you just looked at straight numbers, Shea, just look at that. Just look at those right there.
Straight. Well, I already think I went over this with you. Straight numbers.
Who would be your MVP?
Oh, this one's tough. This is tough. Straight numbers, I'm leaning, I would say, the middle 2 guys. So okay. I'm leaning Baker, but obviously the only thing that goes off with him is the record, or Lamar, off pure numbers.
Yes, Ezra.
I don't have request to see it. I don't have access to see it. You got to approve my request.
Oh, hold on. Okay, try it now.
Who is the guy on the right?
Just reset it.
Who is the guy on
There we go.
All
right, sweet.
6-2 with 1 interception and 14
We're on page 2. I got it. All right.
So you're looking at the same thing I'm looking at, the second one, right?
Yeah.
Just don't scroll through, Ezra. Do not scroll through. Don't look through. There's some secrets in here.
Okay, because this is Jared Goff. That's Jared Goff. That's Baker.
Which guy?
That's the first one's Goff. That's Goff. I'm pretty sure it's Goff. Not a ton of yards because they haven't been throwing a lot. Great completion percentage, though, because he hasn't thrown any incompletions. Not a ton of touchdowns, not many interceptions, and they're 6-1. That's the Lions' record. Number 2 is Baker. I know that.
And Baker has 21 TDs.
Yeah, Baker's leading the league in touchdowns. He has more interceptions. Their record isn't good, but his numbers, I think numbers-wise, he is the best. Right? I think he's got the most touchdowns. He's got the most yards. He's got a really good completion percentage, too. Above 70 is ridiculous.
Lamar's last.
They're 4-4. No, Lamar's second.
Oh, Lamar's third.
Third. Sorry, yes, Lamar's third. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, attempted rushing yards.
I'm trying to think who the last guy is. Only one. Oh, that's Josh Allen. Okay, that's Josh Allen's numbers. That's right.
So guys, off these numbers, who would you pick? Ezra, I'll start with you. Off these numbers right here, who would you pick for MVP?
It's probably Lamar. Okay. And I don't like to say that.
Number 3?
But overall...
So you would take number 3.
Obviously, he blows out everybody on the ground.
Okay.
And through the air, he's had a very good touchdown to interception ratio, and his completion percentage is pretty good. Yards, he's second. Average passing attempts or passing yards per attempt, he's second by 0.1.
His numbers are actually insane, though. Like,
yeah, like this, if you compare it last year where we were all like he shouldn't have won the MVP, and you look at his numbers this year, like as of right now, he should win the MVP. If you look at his numbers, like last year was like everyone was like he won it. Oh yeah, they were so good. Yeah, he had like 29 touchdowns on the year or something like that. He didn't even have 30 touchdowns on the year. He didn't turn the ball over too much, but he didn't like. They weren't winning. I mean, they were winning games because of him, but they weren't like. It wasn't like, oh my god, he's so much. It wasn't like Rodgers a couple years prior to that throwing 40-something touchdowns to 5 interceptions, and Mahomes going 50 and whatever. Like, it wasn't like that. It was It was probably one of the weakest MVP seasons we've had from a player.
So Shea, who would you pick?
I don't know how much the NFL values record. That's the thing I'm not sure about. Because if record doesn't matter, I think I'm going Baker. Because I mean, he's ton of touchdowns, ton of yards, especially now what he's working with. He's got 2 receivers down. He's still got great numbers. And he's got a great completion percentage, which is also really efficient. I'll go with Baker, even though I think Lamar's the favorite. Lamar's going to win as of right now, but I'm going to go Baker. Besides the record, because I think if they had their full team, their record's a lot different, but they're injured, especially 2 receivers down. But what Baker's done this year is pretty impressive.
All right. So I would take Lamar, and I think we all know who these guys are. Let's go with the first one. Jared Goff. Okay. I think he's probably 4th on this. I would say he's 4th on this list. But he's up there. Jaden Daniels is also up there, guys. I wanted to put that, reference that, but I could not put him on this thing. They just wouldn't let me. Is what it is. So Jared Goff's, I would say he's probably last in this conversation.
Him and Allen are probably, I think, close.
I would take Allen just because he has one more touchdown, less interceptions, and more rushing yards. So I would take Allen over him.
He's got the rushing upside. Yeah. That is.
Then there's Baker Mayfield, right? He's probably number 2. I didn't even think of him, but Jaden Daniels' numbers are pretty dang good too. So like, if you
I said there's only one guy who I said in passing yards, touchdowns, completion percentage, and passer rating in the top 5. There's only one guy who's in the top 5 of all 4 of those stats, and it's Baker. So yards, completion percentage, touchdowns, passer rating are probably the four most important stats for a quarterback, and he's top 5. None of these other guys are top 5 in all of them.
All right. The other guy, Lamar Jackson, I think he should win. Just like, dude, you look at the numbers and like, they're pretty close with Baker, but he has over 400, almost close to 400 more rushing. I kind of forgot about the rushing.
He's got the rushing upside,
that's the crazy part. He's doing this passing, but he's also doing this running. He's going to have probably very close to a 5,000 yard combined rush, all-purpose yards this year. So that's incredible.
No, Lamar's the favorite. He, as of right now, if nothing changes, he will definitely win. But I wanted to show some love to Baker because I think Baker's having a really good year, and I think it's pretty funny, and especially Browns fans watching Deshaun Watson get hurt and how everything that's going. They wish they would have Baker back.
And then the last one, Josh Allen. Josh Allen, the really impressive thing for Josh Allen, 1 interception. Like that's pretty impressive for a quarterback.
I forgot about that. He only threw 1 interception. It was against the Titans. Did he throw it? He just recently threw an interception.
So didn't it just happen 2 weeks ago?
It happened against the Titans or whatever. I think 2 weeks ago.
So it's very impressive for him.
Maybe Seattle. I don't remember. It just happens
for him to have 1 interception. But yes, that is the people. In a blind resume. It kind of got a little skewed because we knew who we were, but it is what it is. Okay, we move on. Our standings this week. Shea is in first place with 43 points. Ezra is in second with 41. Had a great, almost a perfect week. He had 15 points. Very impressive. Max had 30 last week, and I am down all the way in last in 37. So I got to pick it up.
It's close, though. It's not like there's no blowouts. Like, we're all...
No, it's pretty
6-point
close.
Difference between the top and bottom. That's 1 lock, 1 upset, a couple that's a few picks away from being different.
All right, Ezra, we kick it off to you with Dallas and Atlanta this week. What do we got?
All righty. I am going to be taking the Falcons. The Cowboys looked like garbage last week against the Niners. Against the Niners team who had a starting number one wide receiver in Ricky Pearsall, who got shot a couple weeks ago. Debo, we know, got hurt. Did not return to the game. I think. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He strained his ribs and oblique. Cool. The Cowboys look bad. They turned it on a little bit in the fourth quarter late with CeeDee Lamb, but still not a great showing from Dallas. They've looked shaky all year. I think Atlanta is coming off one of the biggest wins of their season, but they need to keep their foot on the gas and not let up against Dallas. They've played all right at home. I am going to stick with Atlanta.
All right, he's taking Atlanta this week. Shea, what do we got?
I kind of like the Cowboys in this one. Now, I don't think Atlanta's good. Do I think they're amazing? Not necessarily. Now, I know the only thing with Dallas is I think Dallas healthy, if Micah Parsons and Deron Bland were playing, which they're not, I would be a lot more confident they win this game. But they're hurt, so I don't know. Like, now it changes things. But Dallas is one of those weird teams. Like, they're going to be in like every game. I feel like even in the Niner game, it looked like they were out of it. All of a sudden, it's a 6-point game with 3.5 minutes left to go. The game's not over yet. Dallas gets a stop, they get the ball back, go down, score, they win the game, like kind of thing. I think Atlanta's good, not great, but I don't think Dallas is awful. You know, they got Dak, they got CeeDee Lamb. Defensively, they're okay, they're all right. Offensively, again,
They're banged up.
Yeah, that's the only thing with them. I think healthy, they win this game. Like, I think they definitely win this game. Not healthy, it's a lot tougher. I'm still going to take Dallas, though, in this game. I think Atlanta had a nice win last week. I think that's their back-to-back wins they've had. They great win against Seattle. Last week was Tampa Bay. They had a nice win. So I think they're riding a little hot. Dallas comes in and goes down to Atlanta and gets things done.
Yeah, I mean, Atlanta's been a very struggling defense this week, so I expect this to be a very high-scoring game between these both teams, especially Dallas, since they're still banged up on defense with Micah and Lawrence out. But at the same time, this Dallas team should have a good opportunity in this game to win it. Do I think they do? I don't. I think Atlanta wins just because of Dallas's injuries and everything like that. But I do think Dak and CeeDee have a very good chance in this game. You know, they have to find some type of identity. Shea, sorry, you're taking Atlanta, correct?
No, I'm taking Dallas.
Oh, you're taking Dallas.
Yeah,
okay.
I think Dallas is going to come out with this one.
Yeah, I think Dallas still has to find some identity in the run game. They can't run the ball at all. I mean, they probably have the worst running back room in the league. That does not help. But I'm going to take Atlanta this week. I think they stay rolling, and they're going to probably win the NFC South.
I'm surprised. Is this a 1:00 game? Did this get flexed by chance? Yeah. It did?
I don't know, but it is a 1:00 game. And Trayvon Diggs also is a game-time decision, most likely not going to play.
Diggs isn't going to play either?
He's listed as questionable. Mike McCarthy told reporters that Diggs underwent rehab on his calf.
I'll stick with the Cowboys. I'm surprised it's a 1:00 game.
It's a game-time decision.
Cowboys-Falcons with Kirk Cousins on the Falcons. I would have guessed this is it's also the Cowboys. I thought they always be on like prime time.
No. All right, we move on here. The Broncos and Baltimore play this week. This is a really good matchup between two good defenses this week. Ezra, what do you got?
I'm going to take the Ravens. They're favored by a ton. I think the Broncos offensively are the worst 5-3 team in the league. Obviously, their defense is very, very good, but the Ravens have looked spectacular. They're at home. They are looking to bounce back after an atrocious loss to a very questionable Cleveland team. I'm actually going to lock the Ravens on this game.
Okay, I like it, Ez. Shea?
I completely agree with you, Ezra. I think this is a game where Denver gets put in their place finally. They've been rolling a little bit. They've been rolling. They started slow. They're rolling now. They haven't played anybody really good. Now's their chance. They're going to get kind of put in their place by a team that's a lot better than them. This is a rookie quarterback going up against... Obviously, Baltimore's defense hasn't been great this year, but it's still John Harbaugh and the Baltimore Ravens. Defensively, they're always solid. I think they're going to make Bo Nix struggle a lot, and I think Lamar is just going to be able to keep doing what he's been doing. Him and Derrick Henry have been on a roll this year. I think Baltimore wins this game pretty handedly.
Yeah, I think I agree with all of you guys here. I think Baltimore is just a better team. Broncos probably have some of the worst weapons in the NFL. Like, they have nobody out there. They have Cortland Sutton. He's not very good either.
They might trade him. They're talking about trading Cortland Sutton.
He's not a very good wide receiver, and I never thought he was. But that again, the Broncos have to find some type of offense in this game to beat this electric Ravens team. Have we ever had in the NFL 2 1,000-yard rushers on one team?
No. On one team?
On one team.
What do you... Two?
Because Lamar and Derrick Henry will do it.
1,000-yard rushers.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
I think did the Browns do it? I think the Browns might have done it. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's happened a couple times, but we've never had the same player rush for 2,000. I thought this is what you meant. We've never had the same player rush for 2,000 yards twice, and Henry's on pace for it.
So Henry is a beast right now. He's doing some incredible things there in Baltimore, with a great offensive line and a great run game Baltimore has. This is a tough team to stop every single week, down in and down out. They're tough, man. They play great defense and they run the ball. It's a very good recipe for success in the NFL. So give me Baltimore this week. We move on. Josh Allen and Tua Tagovailoa. Josh Allen will take on Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins. Ezra, what do you got?
I looked it up quick about your Derrick Henry and Lamar, both 1,000-yard rushers. So there have been 7 total pairs of teammates that have each rushed for 1,000 yards.
The Browns had one. I think
5 of them
Ernest Biner and Mack did it for the Browns.
2 pairs have been running backs and quarterbacks.
Who were the 2?
Vic and
Vic and whoever's in Atlanta at that time,
who was
probably.
in Atlanta at that time?
Hold on.
Or Philly. Did you do it
No.
So the Dolphins had it in 72.
72. Zonka and who else?
And Mercury Morris.
Interesting.
That makes sense.
The Steelers had it with Franco Harris and Rocky Larry.
Okay, so it hasn't been done in a while. Let's just say that.
1985, the Browns did it. 06, the Falcons did it with Warwick Dunn and Michael Vick.
Warwick Dunn, okay.
Holy shit, the Giants did it in 08.
Oh, Bradshaw and Jacobs.
Nope. Jacobs and Derek Ward.
Never mind.
Who?
Derek Ward.
Oh, wow. I didn't think about that.
Is that the most recent?
And then in 09, the Panthers did it with Jonathan Stewart and D'Angelo Williams.
Okay.
I forgot when they had those 2.
2019, Lamar did it with Mark Ingram.
Oh, that's right. I feel like I remember when Mark Ingram got 1,000 yards.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy that he got freaking 1,000 yards. Interesting stuff.
All right, Buffalo.
Thank you, Ezra.
You're going with Buffalo?
Miami is still not back to what they could be or should be, and Tua is really not that good. Sorry.
Shea?
I think this is an interesting game. Last time they played, Tua got hurt. Buffalo's been rolling. Tua's back now. The Dolphins looked better. Offensively, they looked better. A lot better against the Cardinals.
A lot better.
Defensively, they looked really bad, which worries me. If they could get their defense in check, they got a shot in this game.
Because they drafted a bum for a freaking pass rusher. Sorry, I hate Chop Robinson. I don't think he's very good.
Okay, nice. Maybe because what's-his-face is out for the season again. I think he's out for the season.
Oh.
The pass rusher they have?
Jalen Phillips?
Yeah, isn't he out again?
I think so.
Yeah.
Ezra?
Oh.
Jalen Phillips. Miami.
I feel like I remember seeing him get hurt. And I was like, oh, he tore his Achilles last year, and now he got hurt again.
Hold on.
I could be totally wrong. I don't know what to take in this game. I really think Miami's got a good shot to win this. I'll take Buffalo to be safe, but I think I would not be not surprised at all if Miami wins this game.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Buffalo here.
What are you looking for?
Jalen Phillips, Ezra. Just look up his name.
I can find it.
Like an idiot.
Yeah, I know.
Don't comment.
I'm taking Buffalo here. I'm gonna stay with you guys here. Look at Josh Allen's arm. Look how they depict Josh Allen's arm, and then look how they depict Tua's arm.
Partially torn ACL.
Okay, yeah. So look how they depict Josh Allen's arm, and then look how they depict Tua's arm.
Josh is a big boy. He eats his vegetables.
I just think it's very funny that they like jack up Josh Allen's arm, and then like, oh, Tua, it's all right.
I think that doesn't even look like Tua. Like Josh Allen looks like Josh. That doesn't even look like Tua.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to take Buffalo this week here. I think this Buffalo team now, adding Amari Cooper, they got weapons. They got everything they need now to go out and go be crazy good. And Miami's still trying to get back to where they were. when Tua was out. Tua's back now. The offense looked way better last week. So I'm going to take Buffalo though. But I'll agree with Shea though. This is going to be a very close football game between these two teams.
This is a good one.
So I don't even see him on the depth chart.
Okay, yeah,
he's hurt.
He's hurt.
He's partially torn ACL.
Partially torn ACL. Panthers and Saints this week. Nobody will be watching this one.
This is a
snooze fest.
Hey, now it's the return of Derek Carr.
Oh, he's back.
Derek
Carr?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I love injury Ezra. Guy Ezra is great.
I was going to pick the Panthers because I thought Spencer Rattler was playing. I was about to be like, give me the Carolina Panthers to win
Carolina
this game.
down. Now I have to change my pick.
Yeah, I guess I'll go with the Saints then because even though I could see that Carolina definitely winning this game, I'll take Carr being back just as he's not very good, Derek Carr, but he's, I think, a lot better than a rookie Spencer Rattler.
Yeah.
So
Ezra?
Derek Carr versus Andy Dalton. Fire up.
No, it's Bryce Young.
Barnburner in Carolina.
Ezra, what reporting are you doing? It's Bryce Young this week.
It's Bryce Young.
He got benched.
No, he's back.
No,
they're back with him.
Am I an idiot?
He played last week because Andy Dalton got into a car accident, and then they're keeping Bryce Young again this week.
Oh, I have so much shit to say on Shane Steichen. I'm ready. Shane Steichen's going to get it today, buddy.
Yeah.
How did you think of Shane Steichen? We're talking about the Panthers.
Oh, because they get related because they benched young quarterbacks. It's all related. It's all related to my freaking rant that I have later. What do you got, Ezra, this week? Saints and Carolina.
I was taking the Saints regardless if Andy Dalton's playing, but if Andy Dalton's not playing, the Saints might win by 3 scores.
Bryce Young's playing this week, so I'm taking the Saints, but I'm not going to lock them. Okay, we have the Raiders and Cincinnati this week. I almost said Oakland because it has Oakland on the screen. I didn't realize that until now, but it is what it is. Ezra, what do we got?
We have the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't care if T. Higgins does not play. He is doubtful.
I fucking care if T. Higgins plays or not. God damn it.
He's not going to play.
But he's not going to play.
That's wide receiver in fantasy. The Bengals will finally get their first win at home. The Raiders are pretty bad.
Well, they just won. They lost last week at home. I'm sorry. Continue. I'm a moron.
Their wide receiver 1 is now Jacoby Myers.
He's a solid receiver.
He's a good number 2. He's not number 1 though.
He's definitely not number 1, but he's solid.
Yeah, he's solid.
They got Brock Bowers. I think he leads the league in catches.
Yeah, he does. Brock Bowers is insane. He's a good player.
He's a tight end. He's not wide receiver 1.
Doesn't matter that he's a tight end. He leads the league in catches. He's caught more balls than anybody.
Yeah, he's still a good football player.
Could be kind of a trap game for the Bengals. They're favored by a lot. They should win.
There's no way they'll lose.
I could see the Raiders taking this just because the Bengals have struggled.
I'm actually going to lock this.
Yeah, I think the Bengals.
I'm still taking the Bengals, but
I think the Bengals get this one done pretty easily.
Yeah, I don't have no worry about the Bengals. They lost last week. They need a win. Oakland's secondary is awful. Their pass rush is okay with Wilkins and Crosby, but this offense is just. I mean, when your best weapon is rookie Brock Bowers and Jacoby Myers, and you have no run game, it's tough for the Raiders. There's not much to look forward towards in this game. You're going to be drafting probably Shador Sanders in the first round or Cam Ward, so they're
waiting for the draft.
Yeah.
But they got a lot of issues. They're going to have to. When they signed Antonio Pierce, I said right away that was a bad decision. He was
and then
that's a player's. That's not a good coach. It was a player's coach, and it was like, oh yeah, they don't want to get rid of him because he's gonna. Yeah, but he's not gonna give your team the best chance to win. He's not as smart as other head coaches that were out there. You could have gotten.
Yeah, so I didn't think it was the right decision either. But they had to keep the locker room together, and so we move on.
Speaking of the Bengals losing last week, who wants to talk about me being right? And the Eagles.
Okay. Listen, we all got it wrong, Ezra. You were right. Yes,
we gave you your flowers.
We gave you your flowers. You had 15 points last week. You almost had a perfect week. We gave you your flowers. Okay.
And then when you get none of them right this week, we'll come back on here and say you got. Listen, there's been weeks you've gotten very little right. I remember. I keep the receipts.
I have the receipts. Don't worry.
I think you were in last.
No, me and Ezra were tied for last.
I'm in second.
Well, now you're in second. You jumped the guy that's not even here. So.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to fall to last now.
All right.
Browns Chargers this week at 1:00. Ezra, what do you got?
So, LA is favored by 1.5. I'm going to take the Browns, and if I can consider that an upset, I'm doing that.
You can.
They won last week and looked quite good against a Ravens team that we just hyped up that had a tough loss. Jameis Winston actually played really well. The Chargers have been spotty. They were running the ball very, very well in the beginning of the year, and then kind of just fell off and didn't run the ball. J.K. Dobbins had all of 57 yards last week against the same team that put up 8 points.
Yeah.
None of which were touchdowns.
True. I'll kick it to Shea before I speak.
I don't think you know the Browns, Ezra. They had a good win last week, and it looked good.
I think he was talking about the Chargers and shitting on the Chargers.
No, I'm saying no. He said the Browns looked really good last week, and they had a good win against the Ravens.
Yeah, it's crazy for me to take the Browns winning back-to-back games. I get it.
Yeah, they're not going to win this game. Listen, I know the Browns. I've watched them forever. They had a good thing going last week. Okay, this is not a season turnaround for the Browns. All right, Jameis Winston had one good game. He's riding hot. I don't think he'll have as good of a game this week. This might be a low-scoring game. This could be like a 16-13 final because I don't think the Chargers are very good. They're okay. They're solid. Defense is good. I think they have the best pass defense in the league. Offensively, they're the Chargers. They want to run the ball. It hasn't been working, and they can't throw it. I feel like it's been the same with this team for 3 years now. They just don't score a lot of points. They win some games, but they just don't score a lot.
Well, but in the Chargers' defense, this is a new head coach, and this is their identity. They want to run the ball.
But they got this generational talent in Justin Herbert. I'm waiting for him to be that superstar that everyone's talking about. Everyone's saying he's still really good. It's coming. I'm waiting for it. I'm yet to be. Listen, he's a good quarterback. I'm yet to be impressed that he's a top 5 quarterback. All right,
fair.
I'm yet to see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna flip Max's ID because I don't know who to take. So this one's the head's gonna be the face is gonna be Chargers. The back is going to be.
What are you talking about?
No. Yeah. This back is gonna be Cleveland, and whatever it lands on, we're gonna go with. So this is the Chargers, correct? Okay. And it's the Chargers this week. Okay, great. I didn't know who to take in this one. I literally had nothing written down. So I'll take the Chargers this week. Both these teams are really, because I think the Browns are, I know what Shea just said, and I'm like, oh, they're not going to do the same thing. But I think that, Jameis Winston's a lot better than Deshaun
they're
Watson.
a totally different team than Watson.
They have a legit chance of winning this football game.
If Watson was playing this game, they'd lose by 20 plus probably.
Yes.
But no, they're going to keep it. It'll be a good game. I'm not saying that, but I just know the Browns. Their defense will probably keep them in the game, but it's going to look ugly on offense. Like, Jameis might throw a couple picks. Chargers get some free points out of it. They win 16-13. I'm not saying this is... Here's the thing. The Chargers are known for winning. They'll win 20 to 15 games. So they don't score a lot of points, but they'll win those games. Their defense, it's just how, I don't know, the Chargers are.
I know what you mean.
Nobody watches them, so nobody knows.
It's true. All right, Giants and Commanders this week. Ezra, what do you got?
I'm actually going to flip it to you. I want you to yap about the Giants because they've always played Washington well, but they happen to not know how to play football when it comes to playing in MetLife Stadium. So I'm putting it on you. Go ahead, talk.
Great. Thanks for letting me kick it off.
I could talk about the Giants.
The alley-oop is there. Go ahead.
I'm an avid Giants fan.
All right, I'll start it off here. Listen, I'm going to take the Giants this week as my upset. I got pretty bored as my upsets. I need something crazy out here. Listen, do I think they win the game? Probably not. But it's for shits and gigs. Jaden Daniels has become a completely different quarterback from when they played back in week 2. He's still not like an elite level throwing the ball downfield. If you would actually think about it, he's completed just as much as Daniel Jones in deep passes. So that puts in perspective of how well Jaden Daniels has played. They're still running a lot of screens, and they're still running a lot of run plays. Austin Eckler like just gets huge plays with on his feet by passing the ball. So this team's really good. I'm not too worried about honestly, they're not good in the red zone still, so I think this is going to be a low-scoring game for the Giants. The Giants had a lot of success against the Commanders because their defense is awful. The Giants are going to have a lot of success this week. I'm going to take the New York Giants. That's my upset. Shea?
Washington's defense has gotten a lot better, though, since it started. It's gotten a lot better this year.
They still suck. Their DBs are still awful.
They did good against Chicago. They've done good the past couple. They haven't let up a lot of points.
Yeah, Chicago's offense is also awful.
They're not bad. They're not great.
They're not anything special.
The Giants would have beaten the Commanders last time if they had a kicker.
That's true.
They have a kicker this game.
No, they don't.
They don't?
Greg Joseph is also out this week.
Who kicked for them? Was Greg Joseph kicked for them last game against Pittsburgh? Who's kicking for them?
I'm checking.
I don't know.
They got to have a kick. I mean, they're bringing some guy in.
Greg Joseph's out this week, and Jamie Gilligan's also
Graham Gano, IR. Greg Joseph, place kicker number 1, out.
He's out.
In oblique, will not play.
Okay.
Currently, the depth chart has Jude McAtnamy, I think.
Okay. Well,
Jude McAtnamy.
Well, Ezra, is he an actual kicker?
He's a rookie.
Yeah, so they have a kicker. But they don't have Greg Joseph.
He wasn't very good anyway. I was gonna take the Giants no matter what, so let's go with the Giants. Screw it. This matchup, people don't understand. They might be like, what's the spread on this game, I wonder? It's probably kind of close.
4.
It's probably 3.5.
It's in MetLife.
ESPN has it at 4.
It's in MetLife though, so 4. So it'd be like 7 on a neutral field.
Yeah.
People don't understand, and some people are probably like, oh, Washington's an easy bet. The Giants always play the Commanders good. Always. And they would have beaten them in the second game of the season if the kicker, if Gano didn't get hurt. Right? It was Gano at the time?
Yeah, Gano got hurt.
If Gano didn't get hurt, they win that game.
And Malik Neighbors dropped the football.
Yeah, but besides, like, if Gano doesn't get hurt, they're able to kick extra points. And the amount of times they got into opportunities to score, like in the red zone and past the 30-yard line to kick a field goal, they had to go for it every single time because they didn't have a kicker.
Ezra?
They're going to win this game because they're the Giants, and they'll win this game because they got to go 6-11 or 7-10. It's the Giants' way.
And fuck us over for the draft. Ezra, come on. Yeah. What do you got? Come on, take the Commanders.
No, I'm taking Washington all day.
Yeah, you're in your more.
Wow, you're a Giant fan.
I'm betting against
Washington.
Yes, Daniel Jones has played like a top 12 NFL quarterback against Washington and Washington only. They have played like absolute dog shit at MetLife Stadium.
Ezra,
I don't know if it's something about the jerseys, the turf, the field. I don't fucking know. They look like a completely different team on the road, and they're not on the road. And it's a decent, I would say, top 12 team in the NFL in Washington coming into MetLife and winning this game.
All right. We got to speed this up because we still got 2 segments to go to. All right, guys. I don't think anybody cares about this game either.
Titans, baby. Titans roll. Titans
Ezra,
are
Patriots,
rolling.
Titans. Who you got?
Well, Will Levis might play, so that's the problem.
Roll Titans.
He's questionable.
Roll Titans.
Ezra, I need a pick because nobody cares about this game. There's very little Patriots. and Titans
this
fans
is the
out there.
battle for the first overall pick in the draft.
No, Carolina's still there.
They might win this week.
They might.
The Titans are winning this game.
Here's the problem. If Will Levis doesn't play, it's Mason Rudolph, I think.
Ezra, nobody cares. Just pick a
game.
team.
Jesus.
I'll take Tennessee.
Thank you.
We all took Tennessee this week.
Yeah, I'll take Tennessee.
Even though I think New England has a chance, though. So, Cardinals, Bears. I think these are like the two. One of these teams is going to make the playoffs, and I'm going to shoot myself because both these teams are not good football teams, and one of them are going to make it. I just don't know which one. Ezra, I kick it to you.
I'm going to be taking the Arizona Cardinals. Everyone doubted me last week, except Max, when I took them against the Dolphins, and they went out and won. Again, I'll try not to brag, but the Bears suck on the road. Their numbers on the road comparatively are very bad. Arizona's a decent team at home compared to on the road, whatever. Okay, great. Kyler looks better, but an average quarterback. By no means is he a top 10 quarterback in the league. Maybe top 15. He's in that like 15 to 10 range, I think. It's going to be a good game, but I'm going to take Arizona.
Okay. Shea?
I think the Cardinals are the best worst team in the NFL. One week they're great. The next week they're awful. I've watched them. One week they looked good against Miami last week. I watched them against the Packers. They looked like the worst football team in the league. Like, I've seen both sides. I hate the Bears. I don't like the Bears. They might make the playoffs. I hate it. I'm so happy they lost off a Hail Mary. But if you lose off a Hail Mary, I don't think you're going to go into the next week and lose. It's just how it is. This Bears team is coming in like they have to. And here's another thing about the Bears. They have to win this game because if they're 4-3 right now, I think the Bears. If they lose this game, they're 4-4. Then they have a winnable game next week, and they can be 5-4.
They play New England.
New England, yes. Then they have the gauntlet. They have to play the Packers twice, the Lions twice, the Vikings twice. Yeah, the gauntlet starts for the Bears. Like, they might win 1 or 2 games the rest of the year, like, kind of thing. That's the gauntlet. They need to be 6-3 going into that Packer game to give themselves a shot to still make the playoffs. So this is a big game for them, and I think they'll win this game because Arizona's going to play like poopy this game.
Matt Eberflus, one of the worst head coaches in the NFL. I can't explain to you why this guy's still the coach of the Bears. He's awful. He's starting to lose the locker room. I'm going with Arizona this week. I think they beat him. Kyler, don't play too much COD. I got picked. I picked you this week. Come on, let's do it.
There is a new Black Ops out.
That's the fucking problem, dude.
Another reason the Bears are going to win this game.
It's the problem, man. The new COD came out.
I'm telling you guys, the team does not get a Hail Mary thrown on them. A player like taunting the stands, and then
he got benched. He ain't playing football.
Oh, he got benched?
He got benched.
Oh, wait,
he's
really?
not starting this
Oh,
week.
no,
Tyreek
he's not
Stevens is
playing.
not starting this week.
Oh, really? I didn't even see that.
He's being benched, yeah.
Oh, wow. Who's in their secondary then? Because then Brisker's still out with a concussion. Stevenson's out. They have Jalen Johnson, but I don't know who else they got after that.
I don't know. All right, we move on. Philly and Jacksonville this week. What do you got, us?
Philly. Jacksonville's looked a little better, but they're still not great.
Philly, okay.
And Philly put a statement win out yesterday or last week. Shit. Obviously, they're not a spectacular team, but they're not a bunch of frauds.
Okay. Shea?
If Jacksonville, if Brian Thomas plays, which I don't know if he's going to play, I really want to take the Jaguars because I really think they win this game. Eagles had a huge win last week. The Jaguars they're 2-6 or whatever. They're not that bad. I watched them. They're really not that bad. They're not too. If Trevor Lawrence plays okay, they're good. They're fine. They got defense is solid. Offensively, they got weapons. If the offensive line can hold up and Trevor Lawrence can play decent, they're not a bad football team. Now, if Brian Thomas doesn't play, Christian Kirk's he broke his collarbone. He's done for the year. It's going to be tough with Gabe Davis and whoever the heck, Evan Ingram. Evan Ingram's good. Gabe Davis hasn't really done anything, and I don't know who else they'll have out there. I'll take the Eagles.
Washington.
Yeah, that's right. He actually had a good game last week. I'll take the Eagles, but I wouldn't be surprised if Brian Thomas plays. This game is closer than it seems, and the Jaguars might get it done.
It's a clean sweep here. I'm gonna take Philly. I think I'm gonna piggyback off what Shea said. Depends on how Trevor Lawrence plays. Jalen Hurts is. I don't think. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. I don't think he's a top 15 quarterback. I don't think Jalen Hurts is a very good quarterback.
Okay, that's a bit of a stretch.
No, I know it's a bit of a stretch.
Top 15 is crazy.
Yeah, I know it's a bit of a stretch,
especially when Kyler Murray is in the 10 to 15 according to Ezra. You would take Kyler over Jalen Hurts?
I don't think Jalen Hurts is a very good quarterback. Like I've watched him play. Like
Did you watch him against Cincinnati last week? He looked pretty good.
I know, but
yes, he did.
He looked pretty good.
I know. I'm still going to take. I'm still.
If you would have said top 10, I'd be like, okay. Top 15 is wild.
I know.
Because at the 15 mark, we're getting questionable.
I know. I would take Jaden Daniels over.
Well, okay, he's having a phenomenal year, Jaden Daniels. So I'm not going to.
Jaden Daniels is a top 10 quarterback right now.
Now Kyler Murray is a stretch. I've watched him play football.
I get it, but
I haven't seen him throw a deep ball.
Hey, he just likes to play COD sometimes, right? He doesn't want to play. His team stinks. Okay. What are you going to give him? All right, Shay, we kick it to you. Packers, Lions. What do you got?
I think the big one is Jordan Love, ? Obviously, pulled his groin in the game last week.
Okay, Shay, did he practice today?
He was... No, I don't think he did practice today.
He's probably not going to play then.
Oh, no, today. Yesterday he didn't practice. I'm not sure about today, actually. I didn't look at today. I didn't get the info on today's practice.
Ezra.
I'm reading. It just says questionable.
I think he's going to play. I think he's going to play. This is what I think. I think he's going to play, and I worry because we have a bye week next week, and I know this is a big divisional game and you want to win, and we're at home in prime time. Everything's looking like a Packers can win this game. But if Jordan Love's hurt and he's playing hurt and he gets hurt even more, now we have a guy with his knee, his groin, and maybe something else. We need him the rest of the season. We're 6-2 right now. We can afford a loss. It's okay. We can lose. A 7-2 is great, obviously. Everyone loves it. 7-2 is fantastic to be. This is a good Detroit team, and I know we want to beat them. We just got to split with them. Obviously, I mean, you want to win twice. You want to split with them. This is a Lions team that's riding hot. If Jordan Love plays and he's healthy, I think the Packers can win this game. I think this is a lot of people are on the Lions. I think Jordan Love, if he plays and he's healthy, the Packers can definitely win this game. If Malik Willis plays, they're not winning this game. I'm sorry. As much as the fans want to believe in Malik Willis, I love him too. He's winning us football games. We're gonna hand the ball off to Josh Jacobs. They're gonna have 8 guys in the box and make Malik Willis throw the ball. They're not that dumb. And their secondary is not great, but neither is Malik Willis at throwing the ball to not wide open receivers. If they're kind of covered, I think we're screwed. He's going to take off and run. I just worry if Jordan Love's banged up a little bit and they try and force him to play. I'm worried, which I don't think they'll do because I think Matt LaFleur is pretty good with that stuff, and the Packers are pretty good. But if he gets even more hurt or re-aggravates something, that's not good for the rest of the season. Because at 6-2, like I'm like, all right, we should be fine. We'll make the playoffs, whatever. Just get it. It's all about getting it in the NFL. But I worry. Now, Jameson Williams is out for the Lions. That's big time. Tennessee was able to run the ball a little bit on the Lions last week, so that gives me hope that Josh Jacobs can go crazy. We better give him the ball 20 times. Now, I'm going to take the Lions, but to be fair, I've taken against the Packers every week usually, just because whenever I take against them, the Packers win. Who do I think is going to win this game? I think the Packers are going to win if Jordan Love plays, but I'm going to take the Lions because that's what I do. It's just that's how I roll.
Okay. Ezra?
So I'm also going to take the Lions, and I'm going to say two things. One, I think the Packers are going to be in it regardless of who plays quarterback. Yes, Malik Willis isn't a great thrower of the football, we know. But he's won every game he's started.
Oh, they'll be in it. The Packers are always in games. They'll be in it. They're always in games. They'll matter.
But also, if you look at the two good teams that the Packers have played this year, Houston and Minnesota. Now, Houston isn't a great team, but they're still a good team. He's thrown multiple interceptions in both games, 3 against the Vikings, which was really bad. I think the Lions are going to take this one. It might get ugly. Like you said, Jordan Love could get injured again or hurt worse, which would be terrible. We'll see if he plays or not. It's safe to take Detroit just because we know their guys are healthy comparatively.
That's what I worry about more. I won't worry about the loss. If we lose, we lose. We go into a bye. We're 6-3. We got the Bears off the bye. If we lose to the Bears off the bye, that's not good. If we lose to the Bears off the bye, but if Jordan Love plays and he's not healthy and he gets hurt again, then I'm not annoyed because we might not have him the rest of the season at that point, and then the season's over. Once you lose your quarterback, season's over.
I think I have a little bit of a different take than all of you guys. I'm not going to go to the Jordan Love. You guys already talked about that. I think I'm going to talk about I think the Lions are going to have their way this week with the Packers in the run game. I know the Lions love to run the ball, and I think they're going to have their way this week. I don't know why. I'm not sure the numbers percentage. The Green Bay plays some light boxes or not. Not sure. But I don't know. I feel like the Lions are going to have their way in the run game this week, and they're going to control. They're going to play Lions football, control the line of scrimmage, and just not turn the ball over, and that's what they do every week. So I am taking the Lions.
There's one thing though, Jared Goff usually doesn't play. He last year when he played the Packers, he didn't play so well. I want to say though, I don't know if this is a hot take or not. That's the best two teams in the NFC. You could disagree with me. That's the best two teams in the NFC. And as long as they don't play each other,
who else is there?
San Francisco, Atlanta, Washington, Minnesota.
Okay, so yeah, they're the two best teams.
That's it. I think that as long as they don't play each other, they will match up in the conference championship.
Now, this could be the third team because they have a lot.
Puka Nacua got hurt again.
God damn it, Puka!
He got hurt in practice yesterday or something.
Stay on the damn field.
The same knee that he went on IR about.
He's questionable. Yeah.
It's not as bad, they said, but when you re-aggravate a knee that's already been injured, I don't think that's a good sign.
Yeah. Ezra, what do you got? Rams, Seahawks.
Well, knowing Puka might not play, you don't really know if you want to take the Rams on the road, who have played like dog shit on the road, but they've also not played with their top two receivers very much this year. And when they have played with both Puka and Cooper Kupp, they played very well. I am going to take the Rams.
Okay.
Hesitantly, but I'm taking the Rams.
Okay. Shea?
So now, there's two things that happened with this game. The Seahawks just got embarrassed, not once, but twice, back-to-back weeks. They've gotten blown out, both games. Bills and the Falcons, both games blowouts. I'm pretty sure, unless I'm forgetting something.
They beat the Falcons. They blew out the Falcons.
Yeah, they blew.
They blew out the Falcons.
Yeah, they blew out the Falcons. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say they blew out the Falcons.
I thought the Falcons blew them out.
No, they blew out the Falcons.
That changes everything about what I thought about the Falcons earlier. Okay,
they beat the Falcons by 20.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought the Falcons beat them by 20. Okay, I'm wrong. Then
and the game was in Atlanta.
I was so about the Falcons is so off. I thought they blew out the Seahawks. Anyway, I I was going to say Seattle will easily win this game. How they got embarrassed against the Bills last week, and they were having like locker room issues. Like they got guys yelling at each other on the field. You saw. So this is a game where Seattle either A, gets back going, or B, it just gets even worse now from what was going on last week, and the team just starts to. This is Seattle's point. They start to plummet now. Don't think they're amazing. Rams had a huge win last week. I'll take Seattle in this one. Both these teams fighting for a division that's wide open at this point. But in the end of the day, the Niners will still win that division. I'll stand by it right now. Now, this is Oscar's third favorite NFL team, if you guys did not know that. He's a Giants, Steelers, then Rams fan.
No. You got to put the Vikings. I'm high in the Vikings.
Oh, really? Oh, the Vikings in there. The Rams.
You're a Vikings fan too?
The Rams are up there. The
Vikings are up there.
The Rams are up there. I know that.
Yeah, I do like the Rams.
A lot about the Vikings today.
Yeah, I'll take the Rams this week. I'll match Ezra here. We'll almost have the same picks this week. I gotta have somebody's same picks. All right, guys, this heads to one of the other segments.
Why is it just
play breakdown?
Oh, I was like, what has just happened?
Woohoo!
So we have a play breakdown here. Let's head to it. Our next game we're going to be talking about in a minute is the Colts Minnesota game. So. Jesus. Okay, beautiful. All right, great. So we have a play breakdown here. All 22.
Is this copyright, by the way?
What?
Is this copyright?
Don't worry about that. Nobody watches our show here. We do this for fun. Okay, so let's break this. I like to show the play first, and then we'll break it down. So let's just show the play first.
That's great.
This is a very interesting play.
I'm watching the play too.
All right, good. I'm glad you're watching the play. Very insane play by Anthony Richardson. Okay, I posted this on our Twitter. Nobody watches our Twitter, but that's a different story for another time. Let's go back here. How do I go back? I probably just hit the play button. Okay, so what we have here is a deep post from, I think it's Adion Mitchell or
no, Alec Pierce. Alec Pierce ran the post.
Alec Pierce ran the post. Somebody ran the crosser, ran a little hitch, and they just ran, I think, a little stop and go, or it was just a go. It was against match coverage, I'm pretty sure, if I remember. Yeah, it's essentially match coverage or cover 4, whatever you want to call it. So these safeties, boom, oh, fuck, damn it. Okay. Anthony Richardson, he does a very incredible job here of avoiding pressure with the pocket kind of collapsing.
Pocket collapses,
yeah,
steps up. Does a fine job.
These safeties both see their eyes come down and steps up. And I posted this on the Twitter. I said, I think about 5 NFL quarterbacks can come close to making this throw. He is one of them.
He didn't make the throw on this one.
I know, but he can come close.
Let me think. Who would NFL quarterback could make this throw? I can tell you Jordan Love will make this throw.
Jordan Love could make this throw.
To be fair, Jordan Love would probably throw this crosser and be like, nah, he goes deep. He would throw the post, probably on the money.
So like
this, Daniels.
No, I don't know about that.
I don't know about that. Jaden Daniels hasn't shown to me that he's like an on the run, ridiculous.
Ball,
he's got a good deep ball. I think set feet and like throw. Mahomes can make this throw.
So
Josh Allen can make this throw. I don't know if Burrow makes this throw on the run.
They run a very, very good concept. I was just very shocked that first off, Anthony Richardson was able to reach him that far down the field running. And second off, I mean, this ball is. It's a pretty bad ball, to be honest with you. It's pretty awful. But
if he throws that to the sideline, he's got a huge game.
He's got a touchdown.
He's got
a touchdown.
Now, it's probably a post, so he's like, oh, let me get it back to the middle of the field kind of thing.
Yeah, but, I mean, this is the thing on Anthony Richardson. I'm gonna say this now, and I just wanted to show this play because I think what the fucking Indianapolis Colts have done is I don't understand why you take out Anthony Richardson. I understand that you're trying to win football games, Shane Steichen. I understand that Joe Flacco gives you a better chance.
Can we go back a little bit? I just want to go back.
Hold on. Hey, hold on. I'll go back in a second.
Pause it at 9.1 seconds if you have the timer on the bottom.
I really don't.
Oh, we got a different angle now. Oh, no, that angle goes. I want to show you what most good NFL quarterbacks would do. All right, ready. Pause it now. Most quarterbacks probably step up and deliver the ball to Michael Pittman right here on the crosser. Safety's kind of far off. They'll deliver that ball real quick. Linebacker's not here. He's got a wide open area. Or, what I'm surprised, out of all the guys, what Anthony Richardson didn't try and do, obviously he tried to take a shot. lot of room here a lot of
He's gonna
open
run.
area.
Yes, a lot of area.
Where you
over
would think
here.
he maybe steps up and runs. Maybe he was tired. I don't know. Okay, things happen. Now, I would say if I was an NFL quarterback, obviously these guys, I'd probably throw it right away to Michael Pittman. Boom. He might get hit, but I would assume you, as an NFL quarterback, you should get the ball there before it gets caught. But I get he tries to extend the play. Let's resume it a little bit longer and then pause. Yep, play and then pause right there. Now, now listen, now it's covered. He waited on it, whatever, that's fine. He's got Pierce wide open. He makes the throw. I think whoever Mo Alley Cox is blocking, he could probably outrun to the sideline. He's going to get a decent amount of yards. It's first down. Listen, I know you want to take a shot on first down. Let's keep the drive going. Looks like we're starting on our 25. Let's maybe try and get some yards on first down. We got a decent play. I feel like he hasn't done enough of extending plays this year with his legs and taking off and running as much as we thought he would. I thought he'd be a run first kind of quarterback, and then he'd throw it.
I watched a little bit of the first half of the Anthony Richardson tape. I didn't think it was awful. Like I watched it and I was like, okay, this isn't the worst tape I've watched. I've watched Daniel Jones tape and I'm like, oh God, what the fuck are you doing?
Here's the thing with I don't know if I worry with Anthony Richardson. I don't think it's that he's missing. Like this is a missed throw. I don't think he's missing a lot of throws.
I think he's late on decisions.
And he's just missing open reads is what his problem is. He's not settling for the easy underneath stuff, and he's trying to take the deep shot. Where I would be like, just take, like, he's got to learn the ball. It's going to get easier to throw the ball down the field when you take the short stuff first because the defense comes down. Then you have the over the top pass. Listen, now that could be Shane. Is Shane second offensive guy? He is. Oh, Gannon's the defensive one.
Yeah, Gannon's the defensive one.
I always forget. Now that might be Steichens because like I'm a Packers fan. Watching Matt LaFleur, it's always handoff, quick play action. Let's get the short, and then Jordan Love will take a bomb over the top, but the defense gets sucked down. That's what good quarterbacks do and good offensive play callers. Set up the short stuff, then you can go over the top. I think the Colts just go bomb, go deep and get open kind of thing.
Yeah, see, like, again, I'm going to say this. I'm going to rant.
Like, look at this route combination. It's 1st and 10. I don't know what Mo Alley Cox, if that's
He ran
Mo
it
Alley
like
Cox.
a hitch.
Okay, so maybe that's your short read. Back out of the back, whatever. What, was that a deep ball or I don't know what that was. If it's a comeback, that's 25 yards down the field.
Comeback, yeah.
A 15-yard crosser and a deep post.
It's essentially like a Yankee concept.
It's a deep concept. I mean, I get maybe
just
Cox was
like just a little.
I would give a little more help to him on a short route. There's a lot of open field here, and I mean, yes, could he take off and run? Is he supposed to take off and run? Probably. Again, he sees the open guy, he takes a shot. I'm not mad at the throw.
No, I'm not mad at the decision.
The decision,
at all.
go step up, take a shot, whatever. It gets broken up. I'm not going to be like, oh, come on, Andy, you got to like. Yeah. There was nobody on this play that was wide open. I'm like, oh, you really got to make that throw.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the idea that like good quarterbacks probably put that more to the sideline where you got the open space. Instead, he throws it back.
So again, I just want to talk on Shane Steichen right here. You drafted, not another coach, not another GM, not another anybody else. You drafted Anthony Richardson with the 4th overall pick, and yet you bench him after 10 NFL starts. 10 NFL starts. What? I don't understand. You're going to ruin this kid's confidence. Now this kid isn't going to want to play football. I get it. Joe Flacco gives you the better chance to win right now. He gives you the better opportunity for the future. And in a weak AFC, I understand your decision on why, but honestly, stick with your guns. You drafted this guy with the 4th overall pick. He has loads of potential. He just needs to be coached up, but you're bailing on him so freaking early in his NFL career. This is going to kill the kid's confidence. I don't understand it. I just don't understand benching young quarterbacks. Peyton Manning looked like a bum his first NFL year. Looked like a bum. Threw the most interceptions as a rookie. But yet they didn't bench him, and he turned out to be, a fucking Hall of Famer. Yet you have benched Anthony Richardson after 10 games. Look at the stats between him and Josh Allen. They're nearly identical. Anthony Richardson's actually played a slight bit better. So I just don't understand. After 10 games, we're giving up on Anthony Richardson that quick.
It might not be because of his arm talent. A big reason might have been that he tapped himself out of the game.
Yeah, but think about it. If he doesn't tap, that's just an excuse to go, oh, let's go with this guy. That was Shane Steichen.
Did he also have 2 completions in the whole half?
Yes, he had 2. Yes, Ezra, I said this. Joe Flacco gives them the better chance to win. That's what I'm saying. But what I'm trying to say is I don't understand for the development of Anthony Richardson why we're pulling him after 10 games.
It could really be, we don't know anything. It could be a locker room thing. It's like, oh, our quarterback just tapped himself out of the game.
I get it, but
I don't want to play. It might be like, I don't want to play for a guy who just our quarterback, our leader of our team, just took himself out of the game.
I get that point, and I get where you guys are coming from, but I just don't understand from a draft capital standpoint. Like, what are you going to do with him now? You're going to throw him back in after Joe Flacco gets hurt, or you're going to throw him in next year? Like, I just don't get what the plan is now.
My problem, I'll say this, was nothing that they did this year. It was what they did last year prior to week 1 of the NFL season. This guy should have never started week 1 of the NFL season for the Colts last year.
Well, yeah, I agree with that as well.
This is like Drake May this year. A lot of talent. A lot of things you need to work on with the guy. Yeah. No way should he have stepped on the field week 1 for your team.
I don't think he has 30 college football starts in his career.
Yeah, this was a guy that was like, there's certain NFL quarterbacks that are like, all right, like this year, Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, you knew right away they could go out and start. Even Bo Nix was like, all right, I think he could kind of go in and give himself an own. Drake May, no way. He has footwork issues. He's got a lot of problems. Yes. Last year, Bryce Young, could he go in and start right away? I'd probably, yeah. Stroud, yeah, I think so. Anthony Richardson, no, definitely not. He has accuracy issues. He has decision making. He has issues across the board. He had a 50% completion percentage in college. He had issues that had to get fixed, but you threw him out there right away. You probably should have gone with, I mean, if you had Flacco last year, you go with Flacco to start, let him learn behind this young guy, and then you go with Anthony Richardson. It probably would have been best if you had Brissett on the team. I don't remember who took over their quarterback spot last year. I don't even remember who it was.
It was Brissett.
Was it Brissett?
Yeah, they had Brissett all
They should have had Brissett starting, Richardson behind him, perfect guy to back up. Similar play style. Brissett obviously just a bit older. And then when Richardson's ready and you think he's good, he comes in the game.
I just don't get it. Ezra, let's get a pick on the Vikings-Minnesota game so we can move on here.
Well, I do want to go back real quick, and I'll keep this short.
Okay.
You can play the video again and stop it right when Anthony Richardson crosses the 20-yard line.
Okay. Let's see.
So let me know when you're on the same screen as me.
All right, I stopped it.
Okay. So I'm going to talk, and then I want Shea's opinion. You can press play. So we compared this to Jordan Love, and it's one of the throws that very few guys can make. Obviously, he's scrambling, and the pocket's collapsing. He's getting out of the pocket. Great job. He has, let's call it 5 yards, maybe 4 until the line of scrimmage. So obviously, he can't. He's got to either throw it or tuck it now. He's relatively running forward, right? Why not set your feet, plant your back foot, and throw the ball? Press play. It looks like he throws it off his back foot, in my opinion.
Well, no, he throws it on the. He moves up and tries to throw it with momentum, and I guess to get more down the field. Like, I get what you're saying, plant your feet and throw it, and he definitely had the time to do it. I get that point, and I don't think that's honestly a bad talking point at all, because like you could honestly sit there, plant your foot, and throw it almost towards the freaking goal line. So like I get that point.
I think that's the thing where.
And
like,
even
you can go, Ezra.
If we're on the same screen, or relatively the same screen. At this point, he's just crossing the 20. The receiver, you can see, is now wide open. Yes. The referee's on the 40, right? And the referee's a great spot, because all you have to do is lead the receiver a little bit outside the hash marks, but right on the receiver, right on the referee, a little deeper.
Correct.
And then you press play and the ball's underthrown. Now, obviously, it's much further downfield. He's on 25. It's a very, very deep ball.
Yes. Shea?
The only thing I'm going to say is that I think this might be a teaching point for NFL coach. Now, I'm not an NFL coach. Quarterbacks might be taught when they step up in the pocket and look like this to never set your feet to make a throw, because the idea that there's a guy behind you coming to chase you down and hit the ball, and if you take too long to set your feet and throw, and a D lineman, because you got to think, offensive lineman can't block D lineman going this direction. They can't block him because that's a hold. You can't block a guy. So if you have a D lineman chasing you down and you set your feet time to throw, obviously Richardson doesn't know this, but this might be a teaching point never to do. But say this guy slips off his block and starts going. You can't hold. That's a hold if you keep grabbing onto him. And then he starts to go, and Richardson sets his feet, tries to throw one, and then the guy comes by and strip sack, and there you go like that. So I don't know if that's a teaching point or anything, or if that's a thing, or if I'm just making just kind of saying that. I have no idea. But that could be a reason why he stepped up. Or listen, I know Jordan Love wouldn't set his feet to make the throw. It's just some quarterbacks just don't do it. They throw it on the run because they feel more comfortable on the run. Maybe Richardson likes to throw it on the run. He throws better on the run. I don't know. This might have just been such a bad ball, but
just put it in the middle of the field and needed to be not on the numbers, but out there.
Yeah, what I'm going to say here is this. I think just lack of experience for Anthony Richardson is the biggest problem. in his game. He has just no experience.
My complaint is it's just you're athletic. Just run. Like I get
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
open,
Yeah.
but if you don't, I don't know if it's like even if you don't trust your arm talent, I think he's just got to run the ball more. Like he's got the size, he's got the athleticism. Your
Just
arm
take
hasn't
off,
been so
yeah.
good. Take off more. Again, running. Eventually, then you could step up. Guys will come suck down. Then you got the easier deep. Like things will open up. You got to run the ball more. I feel like he's not running it as much as we thought he would.
No, yeah. I completely agree with you. All right, let's we've spent a lot.
I
enough
feel,
time
taking
on
the
this.
Vikings.
I feel like you're going to take the Vikings, Oscar, because of that rant.
I'm going to pick the Vikings. I think it'll be a very, very entertaining game of the Sunday Night Football, regardless of the Colts, how they're being 4-4, and they aren't very good on the road, and the Vikings are very good at home, and U.S. Bank's actually a tough stadium to play in. I think it's going to be a one-score game, a good football game, but give me the Vikings.
Shea?
I almost want to take Joe Flacco in the Colts. I'm going to be honest. This team looks pretty good when they got Joe Flacco back there. I'll take the Vikings because they're off 2 losses now. Not 1, but 2 losses back-to-back. Now, this is a loss. If the Vikings lose this game, this is the time where the Vikings were looking really good. And now here's their tipping point that I told you. They're a good team. They're not great. That is that tipping point they're going to hit. And they'll struggle to find wins and they'll struggle in games the rest of the way. But if they win this game, they might be able to get themselves back on track. I'll take the Vikings, but I think this is a close one. I think Joe Flacco gives them a shot to win this.
Yeah, I'll take Minnesota too this week.
This is the Sunday night game.
Yeah, this is Sunday night game. This is good.
Interesting.
All right, Chiefs and Tampa Bay last game. Ezra, what do you got?
So, if I asked you who are the top 2 teams in the NFL, what would your answers be?
Record-wise or team-wise?
The top 2 teams overall.
Like record-wise or like team-wise?
Like
you still didn't
who we
answer
think
a
is the
question. Who we
best.
think is the best, or record-wise, who's the best?
Team.
Ezra,
Team, it's Ezra, record or...
like who we think.
Who you think is the top 2 to 3?
Okay,
best
all right, there we go.
teams
Thank
in
you.
the NFL, just because you'll see what I mean.
All right.
I would probably say the Chiefs and, I don't know, Baltimore and Buffalo. I'd probably say, like, you could pick between Buffalo and Baltimore. Would you agree with that, Shea, or no?
No. I actually think the NFC is better this year. I think the Lions and the Packers might be the best 2 teams in the NFL. I seriously think that. And I think as long as one of those teams, if they make the Super Bowl, doesn't run into the Chiefs, they win. Listen, it's personal opinion, but it's tough to say. I'll say Ravens Chiefs because I think the Ravens and the Chiefs are the best 2 teams
I think so, too.
in the AFC. I think both those should be the conference matchup again, and we'll say best record. Ravens are really good. I'll say those 2 teams, but I would not sleep on the Lions or the Packers.
All right, so what's your point here?
Okay, so my whole point was trying to justify taking the Bucs over the Chiefs, and the Lions only lost this year was to Tampa Bay in Detroit.
Okay, well,
I'm taking Bucs.
You're a
Buccaneers.
You're taking the
You're a
Bucks.
moron.
You're taking the
You're a
Bucks.
Yes, I am.
Okay, Ezra. I don't
Yep,
usually
I am.
disagree with you too much. I'm gonna disagree with you a lot on this one. Just not a
Back-to-back
little, just a lot.
losses.
Okay. So let's name
Bucks are
the
winning.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers starting receivers this week.
Sterling Shepard!
Sterling
Hey!
Shepard, Trey Palmer.
Yes.
As long as he wakes up,
Feeling dangerous.
pissed
Feeling
off, wakes up
pissed
pissed off.
off, yeah.
They got Kate Otten. He's kind of a.
He's a stud.
I'm sorry for Baker Mayfield as much as he's been playing great. They're just too hurt. They're just too injured,
Yeah.
and their defense is not the best.
Yeah.
They've let up a lot of points this
They
year.
have.
As much as the Chiefs haven't looked amazing, they win games. They win football games.
They do.
And maybe this one's close. It doesn't matter. The Chiefs are better. They're going to win this game. Listen, I know everyone wants to pick the Chiefs to lose eventually. It's not this one. They're not losing this one. I'd be generally Ezra, I'll come on here and if the Chiefs win, I'll be like, Ezra, you know what? You were right. I was wrong.
I don't think they'll win. I just really wanted to take the Buccaneers, so I had to do it, and I had to find a reason why.
I know what you think. It's just not this one. Just not the Chiefs to
Probably
lose.
not.
Not this one.
Yeah, no, I'm with you guys. I'm gonna take KC as well. I think they're just.
Well, you're not with Ezra because he's.
I'm with Shea here on this one. All right, guys, we have one more game left.
Oh, another game left?
Yeah, the Tuesday night special.
What?
Now,
Oh, God.
Ezra knows where I'm going with this.
What is that?
Take who you think is going to win. Take everything else out.
Wait, I'm confused.
Take who you think is going to win this game.
Oh,
Who I think is going I'm confused.
Take everything else out.
Okay.
Take who you think is going to win this game. Let's flip the screen.
Okay.
The Tuesday night matchup
out of this.
between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. Ezra, take who you think